Hey, Groovy Gardeners. All right, I'm actually going to do an end of season putting the garden to bed kind of video and just show you what I've been doing because a lot of people do different things and this is what seems to work for me. All right, so let's take a walk through. Here we go. This is plot number 167 of the garden, and this is my little tiny herb garden. So if you take a look in there, you can see my sage and oregano at the back, and there's some chives in between them. I'm going to swing around. There's a tiny little lavender plant. Underneath all this straw, I have transplanted in some Egyptian walking onions, which are really cool because they make little onions that you can transplant. My thyme, which is going to sleep in the lower left-hand corner, and a bunch more little chive patches, which are in the lower right-hand corner. So I've loaded it up with some straw to protect everybody and help feed the soil. We'll see how they do. All right, next is my Swiss chard patch, which is still growing really well, obviously, and I love Swiss chard, so I've just given a little bit of straw, protect them, and see how they're doing. A little further down here, this next little box, can't see anything, but underneath there is 75 garlics. So I kind of thought, well, if I had one big bulb of garlic per week, 52, and then I had another 23 that I could use for pickling or other groovy stuff and sauces, 75 would probably do it, especially if they all actually grew. Wouldn't that be cool? All right, then down in my last section. All right, so earlier in the season, I had some of this covered with some black fabric. I had some late tomatoes growing in here and my compost pile. So what I have done is over in this section by my black currant bush had been my strawberry patch, and it was struggling. It was getting overrun by weeds, and the soil was terrible. It was just tired. And in there was my rhubarb, and it was also struggling. So I took out all the strawberry plants, and I've moved them over here. So half of them are already asleep under the straw right here. And then this pile of straw here is going to go on the other half. And then down at the very end, as you may remember from earlier in the season, I learned how to start cuttings from branches. So my 16 red currant bushes and my 20 black currant bushes are underneath there overwintering. So very exciting. So getting everything ready. My beautiful black currant that this year made a lot of jars of jam from one little bush has been given a bunch of straw to make them cozy. I've moved everything else out of their way, and then I'm going to try and just build this soil. Give them a little bit of room, maybe put some zinnias or something in here. My compost pile. So this was actually a pathway, and it drives me crazy because it's deep with weeds. So I figured I'd just put my compost pile on it. And let's go back up the other side. So the other side is kind of a fruit row as well. In the first box, you probably can't see him. There's a scrawny little bush in there. He's my haskellberry that I started from a cutting a little while ago. So he's got his own spot now. He was in a bad spot earlier. He's been joined underneath there. There are some other haskellberry bushes that have just got started and everbearing strawberries. So my other patch is June-bearing. These guys are everbearing. And then we come along up here. Oh, isn't that pretty? Look at those. I love those colors. Those are my high bush blueberries. So aren't they pretty? And of course, they have strawberries running around their feet just to keep them company. And then I haven't decided what to do up in here. This is where my sweet potatoes and beans were growing. So I will be putting something in here. But in the very least, I'll be definitely putting straw and some composty stuff in here so that in the spring it'll wake up ready to grow. So I've still got 4 more plots. A couple of them are almost done. One still needs a bunch of work and one just needs straw. But that's the start of getting everybody ready to go to sleep for the winter. I kind of like it. This first plot here, I mean, there's nothing to do in the spring because the Swiss chard will come up and self-seed itself. There's some kale and spinach seeds thrown under there as well. The herbs will do their own thing. The strawberries, the cuttings, the blueberries, the black currants, the rhubarb. Should be a happy little place. So I'll do another video on the other patches in a day or so as I get them finished up. Hope you guys are doing okay out there. Don't forget to leave stuff to go to seed. It is a great way to take stuff that you have loved growing like lettuce, Swiss chard, kale, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cabbages, cilantro, your herbs, so many things. Don't pull it out early. Let it go to seed. You'd be amazed the beautiful plants you will get at the end. So yeah, oh actually, and just to prove that, I am going to show you the volunteers that came up in my little compost patch. All right, so let's just zoom in here. Oh, is that not absolutely beautiful? Okay, let's see how close I can get. Oh my gosh. It's bok choy, vibrant tatsoi, and it's so vibrant, and borage. And then if you look over here where my compost patch was, oh, isn't he adorable? He's a beautiful red rhubarb Swiss chard. So, yay! Make your own compost, grow your own seeds. Mother Nature can do all the rest herself. Grow your joy, group of humans. It is what we can do when the weather is crazy. Love y'all. Bye.